Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm not doing too shabby myself. It's hump day, so we're working our way on to the weekend, which is always a good feeling. A little warm outside today. I think I looked at one time we were at a feels like of 105, so it's pretty steamy out there. We've had those little rains that just seem to fuel the humidity and the nastiness here in Nebraska. So guys, if you are getting on here with me live, please type live in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching me later on up and it says was live up in that corner, that means you're catching Facebook replay. That is wonderful too. You can type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Guys, if you are getting on here with me live, say something so that I know there's somebody out there. My name is and I'm gonna have to take a drink.
It feels like 99 degrees outside.
It's hot, yeah. I live in Southeast Nebraska, and I love going live, talking about different things, alternatives to a lot of different things in the world out there, okay? Things to eat, fun things, and I even talk a little bit about some things that I buy that, help in our kitchen or our home. So, and I share a lot of stuff, guys, in my group. I have another page on Facebook. It's separate from my Jan Rogers one. It's called Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. I started that group several years ago. Dave was struggling with his diabetic numbers, and we started to see a big change. I had a great friend, an acquaintance at the time, really didn't even know her, but then she was sharing about some duos that she was using that really intrigued me. And so I reached out to her and we started our duos, and we have never looked back, guys. Down 100 pounds, Dave is, I'm down 50. We feel so good, okay? Not just the weight loss, but the brain fog lifting and the better moods, the grouchiness gone. Hi, Sandra. Hey, so I started my group, guys. Now, let me back up here. If you need info on those duos, drop info in the comments and I'll get back to you about that. But I started my group because I wanted to share. Say hello to Jaden.
Hi.
Jaden's spending a couple days with us. His mom and dad are on a cruise in the Caribbean. I'm kind of jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But I started the group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. Hi. Jeffrey, he's staying here too. They just had dinner with us. Hey, Lee, it's hot everywhere here in the Midwest. I really, really think you're right. So, but I started that group because I wanted to share recipes and all the things that we do. It has really expanded since then, guys, because some of the things that they put in our food that we eat is not the greatest. So, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight, guys. I am doing a ranch dressing that's got a little twist on it tonight. If you've been following me at all, you know that I've been trying to increase the amount of protein that I'm putting in my body. And I found a great way to make ranch dressing that's got protein in it. So stick with me here and I'll tell you how. Hey, Susan and Sue and Sandra. Yes, Jaden, they're telling you hello. So anyway, I love sharing recipes. I love sharing all kinds of stuff. So we have definitely transitioned over there as time changes, and all natural or more natural. The more natural we can get, the better off we are, okay? So I thought to myself the other day, you know what? They are using like cottage cheese or things like that in nearly everything anymore. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try to make ranch dressing. Now, if you buy mayonnaise or things, there is so much stuff out there right now that says made with bioengineered ingredients. What exactly is bioengineered? I'd like to know. Hey, Sharon. Hi, Dorothy. I don't know. I don't like it. To me, bioengineered means they've changed something up, and if it's made in a lab, I'd rather take my stuff that the good Lord above placed on this earth for me to eat, okay? Now, you can make mayo yourself. I don't hold this mayonnaise. It's Duke's. I do like it. It doesn't have anything on here that I can see that says that it has any bioengineered stuff on it. A lot of the other top brands are using bioengineered products. Now, I don't know what that is. This one does have soybean oil in it, but I used to use a whole lot of this, guys, when I made my ranch dressing. I make my own ranch dressing at home, okay? Now, I would use a couple cups of this. I'd use buttermilk, and then I use my... So I decided the other day, and I mixed this up using plain Greek yogurt, okay? Now, this has 16 grams of protein and 2/3 of a cup. So if I'm only using a couple tablespoons of this, I'm not going to get a lot. But compared to this that has no protein in it at all, I'm adding a little bit of protein. And I'm thinking that's okay, okay? And this doesn't have the soybean oil in it. This doesn't have the soybean oil in it like this does. So what I did, guys, was I took tablespoons of this because I wanted to get the tartness from this. And then I added just a little bit of lemon juice too, okay? And I used my own, hey Nancy, I used my own ranch seasoning mix. Now guys, this is a recipe that I make all the time, have been making for several years. If you look at the packets that you buy in the store, there's a lot of additives, preservatives, and all kinds of stuff in it, okay? We'll just leave it at that. This recipe, ranch seasoning, is in my group already, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. If you're not in that group, guys, and you'd like to get in there for some of these recipes or some of the ideas that I'm talking about, drop group in the comments. I'll leave you a link. You can request to join, or if you don't want to wait for me to leave that link, you just go up to the Facebook search bar, type in Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, yellow and blue banner, request to join, and I'll get you added, okay? But those are two ways you can get in there. So this is something I use, guys. I mix up a big batch of it. It takes like 1 tablespoon of this to season up this recipe that I just had. Now, if I'm making a cup of mayo, a cup of buttermilk, and then I would use 3 tablespoons of this. So this only takes a tablespoon. It doesn't make a big full batch, which I like to, because Dave and I struggle to eat this much. But, so really 4 ingredients, guys. I used the Greek yogurt. I used a little bit of mayonnaise, actually 5. I used this, and then I put a little bit of lemon juice in it because I just felt like I needed something, okay? Something. And then I didn't feel like it was quite thin enough. It was more of a dip, which is wonderful because that puts me to another point. If you're looking for like a ranch dip, for dipping carrots or something like that in, it was perfect. But I wanted it to be able to be squeezable out of my bottle for a salad. So I added just about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of half and half. Thinned it down, not a whole lot of carbs in the half and half. It was really good. Now, I didn't tell Dave what I did because he is not a yogurt fan at all. Okay? I did not tell him what I did. So he went and got the ranch earlier today. He was eating some radishes and stuff like that and put some ranch dressing on them. I said, do you like that? And he said, yeah, it's got a little bit different flavor. What'd you do different? And I told him what I did. But he said, it's really good. I really like it. So this is probably the way I'm going to start going when I'm making my ranch dressing or ranch dips or whatever. Super excited about it. Like I said, it doesn't have all the soybean stuff in it because this is mostly soy, except for just a little bit. I went in with this. And if you're using good quality Greek yogurt, you're only getting yogurt. Okay, so like I said, and guys, I mix this up and then I put it in the mason jars, and I have this little contraption that will vacuum pack it so this stays fresh for a long time. Okay, so I love this. It's an Amazon special, guys. I don't know what it is. It's an electric mason jar vacuum sealer. It's rechargeable. And I know a lot of people ask me where I get things, and that's great, okay? I don't mind sharing it. I don't make anything off of it. I don't, but I don't mind sharing, you know? So whatever. But guys, super good. This recipe, super Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, okay? If you're not in there, but you need, or if you're not in there, but you need this recipe, you need to join, okay? So drop group in the comments, okay? And like I said, guys, we love, hey, how are you, Deb? We love doing what we're doing, and we love sharing it. Absolutely love these products every single day. If you watched my live from a couple days ago, you know how the stress level has been way up here. I've got extras in the house right now. That tends to get me a little, but the duos really help keep me calm. I'm not saying it doesn't make you feel like you're stressed, but you know, in the past, I would have been just absolutely in tears, on eggshells. Nobody would want to be around me because I was crabby, because I stressed so hard and worried so hard. These help. So anyway, I'm going to get on out of here.
I got a balloon.
He's got a balloon. Oh my gosh. You see what I mean? This is why God gives children to young people, okay? Although I practice all day long. Look at there. He's got his balloon blown up. I practice all day long with the daycare kids. It's just that I have a few extras that are here full time right now. Kind of throws me out of my routine a little bit, but we'll get by. I'll be smiling still when they take off, so, and I'll probably miss them when they're gone, I'm not gonna lie. So guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to get back to you. If you need to be in the group in the comments. If you need info on those duos because you've heard something that I said, either shoot me a private message right away. That I need to know more about those duos. Or drop duos, or drop info in the comments if you need information. I'm going to get out of here. Get out in that heat. Can't wait. But enjoy the rest of your evening.
I've got a baby balloon.
Okay. Yes.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. And smile. Pass that smile on, guys. We'll chat later. Bye.